In this tutorial video, we're quickly going to go over how to utilize the interface for the CellXpress.
In this tutorial video, we're going to take a look at the main splash screen of the CellXpress.ai. So this is the screen that users will see when they first log into the system. And you'll notice that up here on the navigation pane on the top left, we are in the dashboard section. And within this screen, the first thing that you see in the middle here is actually a graphic of the CellXpress itself with every major component of the system highlighted. So you have the liquid handler on the top, the incubator on the left, the lift system in the middle, the imager sort of in the middle right, and the solid waste and the liquid waste here over on the side. If any component of the system needed attention, these would actually not be green, but instead would be yellow. And if any major thing needed to be accomplished, like refilling one of the media containers or adding more consumables, there would actually be messages here over here on the right underneath system, reminding users to, for example, add more media components or refill the tip boxes. The other thing that it's showing us at a glance is how full the waste systems are and how much storage space we have available. Both of those are important to keep an eye on because, for example, if you're out of storage space, you're not going to be able to acquire more images. So this is pretty nice and allows people to kind of assess the status of the system as they're sort of running experiments in real time. So in subsequent videos, we'll actually go over how to navigate through these other panes in the software and to, for example, set up a new protocol. In this video, we're going to take a close look at the protocol creation page within the CellXpress.ai. So currently I'm on the dashboard, but if we wanted to create or edit a protocol, we could come down 2 icons to where it says protocols, and we could click on the icon. And this is going to show us all of the protocols that we currently have on the system. So if we wanted to filter this list down to just a specific type of protocol, we could just type something in that we wanted to look for. And then inside the central list, we of course have all the different protocols that are associated with the keyword. This is going to give us, of course, the name of the different protocols, a short description of them, the type of labware associated with each of these protocols, the number of phases or the number of steps that are inside the protocol, as well as a little icon indicating whether or not this is a valid protocol. The last thing that you'll notice here is there's a little lock icon which is showing you whether or not that protocol can be modified. So this is a pretty nice feature for people that are running repeat cycles of the same protocol and they don't want any modifications. And in subsequent videos, we'll take a look at some of the features within each protocol and how you can easily make modifications to these. We're quickly going to take a look at how you can edit protocols within the CellXpress.ai. So currently we're on the protocol page. If we did want to take a look at one of the protocols in more detail or make some edits, we would simply click on the line of the protocol. And then within this page, we would see exactly how the protocol is being executed. So each one of these blocks here is called a building block, and it's effectively a step within the protocol. So here you can see there's a seeding phase, there's a feeding with passaging phase, and there's a harvesting phase. And then within each of these phases, we can drill down multiple times to really dial in the protocol exactly how we would like it to be executed. So for instance here, during the feeding with passaging, we have the option to feed the cells at an interval here. So we're feeding every 24 hours. Just to the right over here, we have a high-level description of how the feeding is being done. But if we wanted to drill down, we could click on the little gear icon to the right. And this would allow us to get lots of the details about how things are being done, including which liquids are being used, how much aspiration and dispense is being done. And then if we wanted to modify any of those settings, we could drill down another level to even more finely tune exactly how the pipetting is being done. So for instance here, we're able to drill down one more level, and this allows us to modify things like how quickly the pipetting is being done, whether or not tips are being changed every time, whether the liquid is being dispensed off-center or on-center. And so this kind of illustrates the level of detail that you can get into with these protocols, which are very high level readable, but allow a lot of very deep customization sort of as needed. We're going to quickly look at how to set up an experiment on the CellXpress.ai. So currently we're inside the experiments page here. And if we wanted to create a brand new experiment, we would go to the top right here and we'd click Create New Experiment. And then we would first give our experiment a name. This can be anything. We'd also probably want to add a description here. And then we would select the protocol that we wanted to execute here. Once we select that, it's going to show us all the plates in the incubator that are compatible with this protocol. So we would select the plate or plates that we wanted to be used as part of the protocol. And then we would also tell it when to start. So if we wanted it to immediately start executing, we'd keep this checked. Otherwise, we could start, set a specific start time over here. Okay. Once we've done that, we click Next Step. And then inside this page, it's going to give us information about what materials are needed to execute the protocol. Okay, so here it's telling us we need a certain amount of tips, a certain amount of media, and a certain amount of storage. If we didn't have any of these things on the work table, it would actually give us alerts. The nice thing about this page as well is it'll actually allow us to access the incubator or the liquid handler to, for example, restock the tips, right? So if we did want to do that, we could go to the work table here. This would show us, what's currently on the liquid handler deck, and we could come in here and we could refill the media or add additional tip boxes as needed. Okay. And then once we have everything ready to go, we would hit approve and it would immediately start executing the protocol.